Hmm. Well then, it's something I can't talk about, Mr. Damon, even to you, as yet, Tom said, and there was a new quality in his voice, at which his friend looked up in some surprise. Oh, of course, Tom, if it's a secret. Well, it hasn't even got that far as yet. It's all up in the air, so to speak. I'll tell you in due season. But speaking of the air, let's go for a spin. It may drive some of the cobwebs out of my brain. Did I hear you say you thought it would rain? No, it's as clear as a bell. I said I hoped it wouldn't rain for the sake of the soldiers in camp. They've had their share of wet weather, and goodness knows they'll get more when they get to Flanders. It seems to do nothing but rain in France. It is damp, agreed Tom. And come to think of it, they're going to have some airship contests over at camp today, for the men who are being trained to be aviators, you know. It just occurred to me that we might fly over there and watch them. Fine, cried Mr. Damon. That's the very thing I should like. I'll take a chance in your hawk, Tom, if you'll promise not to try any spiral stunts. I promise, Mr. Damon. Come on. I'll have Koku run the machine out and get her ready for a flight to camp. It's a good day for a jaunt in the air. Get out the hawk, Koku, ordered the young inventor as he motioned to a big man, a veritable giant, who nodded to show he understood. Koku was really a giant, one of a race of strange beings, and Tom Swift had brought the big man with him when he escaped from captivity, as those will remember who have read that book. Going far, Tom? Asked an aged man, coming to the door of one of the many buildings of which the shed where the airship was kept formed one. Not very far, Father, answered the young inventor. Mr. Damon and I are going for a little spin over to Camp Grant to see some aircraft contests among the Army birdmen. Oh, all right, Tom. I just wanted to tell you that I think I've gotten over that difficulty you found with the big carburetor you were working on. You didn't say what you wanted it for, except that it was for a heavy-duty gasoline engine, and you couldn't get the needle valve to work as you like. I think I've found a way. Good, Dad. I'll look at it when I come back. That carburetor did bother me, and if I can get that to work well, maybe we'll have something soon that will— But Tom did not finish his sentence, for Koku was getting the aircraft in operation, and Mr. Damon was already taking his place behind the pilot's seat, which would be occupied by Tom. All ready, are you, Koku? Asked the young inventor. All ready, master, answered the giant. There was a roar like that of a machine gun as the Hawk's engine spun the propeller, and then, after a little run across the sod, it mounted into the air, carrying Tom and Mr. Damon with it. Mind you, Tom, no stunts, called the visitor to the young inventor through the speaking-tube apparatus, which enabled a conversation to be carried on, even above the roar of the powerful engine. Bless my overshoes, if you try looping the loop with me— I won't do anything like that, promised Tom. Away they soared, swift as a veritable hawk, and soon after there had unrolled below their eyes a succession of fields and forests, there came into view rows and rows of small brown objects, among which beings, like ants, seemed crawling about. There's the camp, exclaimed Tom. I see, and Mr. Damon nodded. As they approached, they saw, starting up from a green space amid the brown tents, what appeared to be big bugs of a dirty white color splotched with green. The aircraft, and they have camouflage paint on, said Tom. We can watch them from up here. Mr. Damon nodded, though Tom could not see him, sitting in front of his friend as he was. Up and up circled the Army aircraft, and they seemed to bow and nod a greeting to the Hawk, which was soon in the midst of them. Tom and Mr. Damon, flying high, though at no great speed, looked at the maneuvers of the veterans and the learners, many of whom might soon be engaging the Boche in far-off France. Some of 'em are pretty good, called Tom through the tube. That one fellow did the loop.